All right, Padres win, but they lose Fernando. And normally I'd say I trust what they're telling us, but it is the San Diego Padres. So cautiously optimistic once again with what would be a just massive loss. Obviously, for the Padres, Tatis leaves after getting hit by a 93-mile-per-hour fastball, Jim. This is what Kevin Acee wrote in the UT tonight, that what he did suffer is something called a hematoma, which occurs when you have a popped blood vessel. He's got a quote from Tatis: "I feel good, just a little bit sore, going to sleep on it, see how it feels tomorrow. We'll go from there." And Schultz saying they think they dodged the worst of it. But again, we've been through this throughout the course of already 2025. But the Padres' bats come to life. 14 hits, Gavin Sheets. The bullpen did enough. Dylan Cease, we can have that conversation. Cease really has not found his command for whatever reason so far this year. He threw a ton of pitches, 91 pitches in 4 innings, but the Padres are 20-11, and they start the road trip with a win. So get in here, subscribe. Year-round content for Padres fans. So you have to subscribe if you haven't done that. We're on our way to 8,400 subscribers with your help. Please subscribe. Smash the like button. We need 400 likes tonight. Maybe more.
How about 1,000? Fuck it.
I love that. I love that. If you are here right now, live or on replay, smash that like button. Follow us on X at John Schaefer at Jim Russell SD. Thank you for the super chats. We appreciate your support of the channel. We really do. We'll get to all of them. If you want to control the direction of the conversation, if you want to see your comment on screen, if you have a question or comment, please click the $ below the chat box. If you want to become a member, click the join button down below. This game was scoreless for a while until it wasn't. Padres fell behind, took a lead. They lose Tatis. I mean, a lot going on in this thing. They ultimately win it, Jim, 9-4, and they start the road trip with a win. They're 20-11 overall. We wait on Tatis to see if he plays tomorrow or Sunday.
What is your take on the Mitch Keller part of this whole thing?
The fact that he pitches up and in on guys, or the fact that he hit Tatis?
I guess both.
I don't love it, truthfully. You know me, I'm pretty reasonable with this stuff. I watched this pitch back 3 or 4 times, a couple of times with you in studio. I rewound it and watched again, rewound it and watched again. I thought he was clearly pitching in, if not clearly trying to hit him, truthfully. So I didn't love it. I get it. Against a hitter as good as Tatis, you have to establish the inside part of the zone. I completely get that. But he hit him square, and the pitch was nowhere near the zone. So I don't know. I mean, we could certainly have a conversation about that as well.
Anytime Tatis gets hit, obviously no one likes it. And tonight I didn't like it either. But then I realized, this isn't the first time this year where Mitch Keller has not only pitched in on a batter, but so far in, he lost control and hurt the batter. Earlier this season, I want to say just maybe a couple of weeks ago, I think maybe just 2 weeks ago, Paul DeYoung I forget who he plays on, but hits him in the head. Guy's out of the game, and the pitch looked pretty similar to what happened to Tatis tonight, except tonight, thank God, this didn't hit Tatis in the head, got him square on the forearm, but it was the same pitch. If you look it up, you'll see it. Oh, he plays for the Nationals?
Yeah. You showed it to me earlier. It was on the Nationals, yeah.
Yeah. So, this is now 2 times in 3 starts for Mitch Keller where he has not only pitched inside on a guy, which I get it, totally fine. Pitch inside, that's what pitchers got to do. But if you're going to pitch inside, you better have control. Because if you don't have control, then you become wild, and then you become a problem. And so, yeah, I have to look at it from this is now the second time in his last handful of starts where this has happened, seriously injuring a player. That's fucking bullshit. Yeah, that kind of, it just doesn't sit right with me.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I mean, here's what I do know about pitchers against Tatis. A, he'll get hit. B, they pitch in on him. Because I think it's because of how good of a hitter that he is. If you don't do it, you are asking for trouble with someone like that. You have to back him off if you can. But I watched this 3 or 4 times, to your point. This thing had no chance of ever being anywhere near the zone. Like if you rewatch this pitch, and I'm sure it's on social, I'm sure you can watch it 1,000 times. It almost looks like he was coming for him. But just like look at the angle of his body. It's not like the pitch really like was riding in. It was just square in. Like he just point A to point B, hit him. I mean, not as up and in as like crazy. Like he wasn't head hunting, I don't think, in that spot, but he hit flush. And it could be costly. Again, X-rays negative. It's a contusion. You saw how it swelled up. There's no reason to play him tomorrow, I wouldn't think. You're playing the Pirates. It's a long year. Get him healthy maybe for this Yankees series. That's just how I see it. I mean, maybe the swelling goes down because they took him out of the game immediately, Jim. And if you ice that thing, maybe you get the swelling out of it immediately. But it's about more than swelling. They talked about that. It's going to be about like grip on bat, power and strength overall in the forearm. I'd be surprised if he played tomorrow. I just would. I think you can live with it, considering it could have been worse. When I saw it, I thought maybe he fractured his arm when it happened. So hopefully they dodged something that could have been really bad. But we've said this a lot this year. And we haven't seen Jackson Merrill in weeks. And we haven't seen Jake Cronenworth in weeks. And they've lost Luis Ariz. So, like, they can't afford not to have him. So hopefully he's in there sooner rather than later. But if it's a day or two, I completely understand it, considering his arm looks like a basketball right now.
Yeah, that thing swelled up like very quickly.
I've never seen that, truthfully.
I know. Now, do you take anything that there were multiple batters hit today after Tatis?
Yeah. Well, for who was the second Padre that was hit? And there was no way.
Iglesias.
It was Iglesias, but wait, oh, you know what? I'm sorry. I wasn't thinking about Iglesias. I'm thinking about when Cease
hit Frazier.
But it was with 2 outs on a 1-2 pitch. Okay. So there's no way in like a 1-run game when Cease was struggling with command with 2 outs on a 1-2 pitch, he's trying to do that. Okay. The Iglesias thing, I mean, you tell me, but I mean, it could get chippy. It feels like a year ago, nothing happened with Schilt. There were some times we called for Schilt and the Padres to retaliate in some form or fashion. It didn't happen. So I don't know if I would expect anything this weekend or not.
Yeah, and we didn't hear anything from Schilt. Now, Schilt has, in the past, gotten very heated because of the way Tatis has been pitched, specifically, throwing the up and in stuff.
Yeah,
and Schilt has never done anything about it except for talk. So, I didn't expect anything to happen, and nor do I expect or expected any of these other hit by pitches from, Jacob and Berger.
Yep.
To really be like a retaliation type of thing. Yeah, I just think in this instance, Schilt is all talk. So I look at Mitch Keller tonight and I can't help but just know that he's hit 43 batters in the last 3 seasons. Only 2 other pitchers have hit more than him. And just a couple weeks ago, he put a guy on the 10-day IL by hitting him in the head. And then today, you might have put another guy on the 10-day IL by throwing inside.
It's not a great look. I mean, that's a lot of hit batters in 3 years as well, to your point. I agree with someone put in the chat, like there's no way that the Frazier hit by pitch was with intent. I think you agree.
No, I agree.
That didn't make any sense.
No, like why the fuck would you do that?
I was thinking about it as the game kind of got away from Pittsburgh tonight. And, the lead gets to 4 runs, then it gets to 5 runs. I was wondering what we would see late in this game. To your point, I'm not expecting retaliation because of Mike Schilt. And also, when you do retaliate, it can be costly. Like if your starting pitcher goes out there and in the first or second inning hits someone, and then the umpire deems as like ejection worthy, now you've impacted the freaking whole week with something like that. So maybe if a game gets out of hand, something happens. I mean, the Padres have just utterly dominated Pittsburgh here in recent years, and hopefully that continues. I'm not overly concerned with it, assuming Tatis doesn't go on the IL. Like me personally, I wasn't the one hit that had my arm blow up, but if
you be in the
Tatis is back,
emergency room, dude.
If he's back in there Saturday or I don't think it's Saturday. Would you be surprised? It's a day game, isn't it? Tomorrow? I'd be shocked if he played tomorrow.
Tomorrow's a 105 start.
I'd be shocked.
I would be too, unless they just like wrap that thing up.
What's he gonna do? Just bunt?
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, I personally, honestly, if it was me, I say, listen, we're good enough to beat Pittsburgh at least one of the next 2 days without him. Go win the series, get to New York. Hopefully, he's healthier, and then at that point, maybe you're almost full strength, and you have Jackson Merrill who's rehabbing tomorrow in AA San Antonio. Hopefully, you have a healthy lineup relatively. I don't know if Tatis will be 100%, but that's how I look at it. I get a little concerned with someone like Tatis. Like, I don't want to overdo it with a guy that was hit flush by a fastball yesterday or today and then play him the next afternoon. That to me is a little aggressive, but I don't know. I guess if the swelling's gone and he wants to play tomorrow, maybe I just don't think he's playing tomorrow.
Yeah, it just pisses me off when guys get hit by pitches and that's how they get injured. Like that shit makes me so mad. And it because it affects the game like that. You know, the guy on the mound has a lot of sway on if a guy's going to stay in a game or not sometimes, because dude can go head hunting and dude's out of the game or throws it up and in, has no control, and guy breaks a hand or gets hit flush on wherever, and he's out of the game. Like that,
especially now. Especially in the back in the day in the National League, the pitchers would have to bat for themselves. So like there was more of like a retaliatory possibility. Like you got to be careful. Now there's nothing. Like there's no consequence. You're not going to get hit. So
yeah, the whole thing is just like, dude, one time it's a mistake. 2 times it's starting to morph into a little bit of a pattern here. And this year he's put 2 guys out. That's insane. And not only has he done it twice this year, we just started May. So he's only how many starts has he had? Like 6, 8 or 9?
Not 9, I don't think.
Okay, Mitch Keller has he's made 7 starts. So in 7 starts, you've put 2 dudes out? Like, that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's not a good look.
Yeah, it's an awful look. If it was a one-time thing and this is the first time this happened this year, I could maybe chalk it up. Okay, he's trying to throw it in. Like, be better, bro. What the fuck? But literally, like 3 starts ago, you hit a dude in the head.
Yeah, what I don't like about it is like it's also Tatis. Like, not that I want to see anyone get hit,
True,
but like
yeah.
when it's your freaking leader, when it's your MVP front runner, when it's your best player, arguably, I don't even know how arguable it is. That is where you do start thinking about, is there some type of get even over the course of the season series with Pittsburgh? And we'll see if there is or not. That has not been who Mike Schilt has been. Richard, thank you, man, for the super chat. Guys, if you are here, please subscribe. We have year-round content for you. We're here in season and out of season. Please subscribe, and thank you for the super chats like this one from Richard. Click the $ below the chat box. He says, pitching inside is part of the game. However, if you can't control the inside pitch, there's a price to pay. Major League Baseball has gotten so pansy on this. Yeah, there's way less eye for an eye, to your point. There's way less retaliation across the sport. There's probably a few teams that do it, but there used to be every team. So I would agree with this. Benches do not clear nearly as often. There's less retaliation, I think, in the sport. I think it's a nouveau version of the sport, right? So I don't know. I mean, Mike Schilt's an old school guy, Jim, but not in this. Like, for whatever reason, like, he'll talk the talk a little bit, but this is not who he has been, at least since managing the Padres.
Talk the talk a little bit. He had like stand on a soapbox moments last year about Tatis getting thrown inside too.
Yeah, he did. He kind of like cried about it.
He cried about it. He was like, we're not going to stand for that. If it happens again, we will, address it then. And then it happened again and again and again. And he did nothing about it. Because in this instance, with this situation, his guys getting hit, he is 100% all talk.
Yeah, no, I would agree with that. I do. I agree with it. I mean, is this the series you want to get even in? Like,
no, here's the thing. You're right. The Pirates are a relevant franchise. They're an irrelevant team. You're going to see them 2 more times here. And then I think 3 times at Petco.
Yep.
And that's it. Like, move on, beat their ass, And like, hopefully they don't face Mitch Keller again, because if they did, I mean, watch out.
You really do. Yeah, I mean that's my theory on it. It's like when the Nationals were talking all that shit last year with Profar. I'm like, just beat them, and they did. I think they swept them in 2 series, and they swept Pittsburgh last year in 2 series. So, like, don't even give them the respect to think that you care, is what I would say. If this was the Dodgers, okay, it's another conversation. We can figure it out. It means more, and I get it. And you're going to face each other more often, or if it's the Giants. But this is the freaking lowly Pittsburgh Pirates. They have no relevancy. Don't make them relevant. Keep them irrelevant. Just let your bats talk. Let your play talk. Pittsburgh's bad. There was an inning in this game where they're throwing the ball all over the field. They hurt awful. They hurt themselves with their play. Their offense has been anemic this year. The Padres can sweep this series. It's not like some certainty or guarantee. It's not necessarily the only expectation. I think, you win 2 out of 3, you can live with it, but they're capable of sweeping the series. Why wake them up is what I would say. They're so sleepy, Pittsburgh. They're so bad. I wouldn't even give them the time of day. I wouldn't even wake them up by hitting someone and inspiring their clubhouse or their dugout.
There's no even waking them up. They suck.
Right. Well, they're sleeping.
They're 12-21, and they're going to win 75 games tops this year with a generational talent on their team who is gone in 5 seasons.
Is that McCutchen?
No, it's not McCutchen. So that's the Tatis situation with Keller. But the game today, the actual game, they played really well, especially offensively. I mean, Luis Arraez, pretty significant to have him back in the lineup. Gavin Sheets, one of his better games in weeks. He was incredible tonight. Tyler Wade, he's turning into a real key piece of this team. 2 for 4 tonight with an RBI. Jason Hayward had an RBI tonight.
Yeah.
Even Xander Bogaerts had a hit. Congratulations. So yeah, all in all, Arraez and Sheets, they led the way tonight. And it was basically the Arraez kill shot there in the 8th inning.
Yeah.
That ended it.
Dude, I mean, they're 19-6 when Luis Arraez is in their lineup. That's, again, maybe there's some coincidence there, but also I could tell you he's hitting .313, and he's once again going to be in line to be one of the top hit leaders in the National League. I mean, it's early, but he's hitting .313. He's got an over 800 OPS. To your point, how about this? When Gavin Sheets homered in this game and he hit that ball a mile, that snapped an 0 for 25 from Padres DHs. So they were mired. Okay, they had no production from their DHs all homestand long. And Gavin Sheets can hit. Now, he had cooled off. There's no question about it. But again, I go back to what we said from day one. Do not overexpose Gavin Sheets.
Right.
Okay. Platoon him, DH him, and hopefully his bat, can perform. And right now he's got an 800 OPS. So that's very good. I don't know if he can maintain that or not. He has serious power, as we've seen a few times now this year. He's got serious power, and I think he's a good for average hitter as well. I think he has great value, truthfully, for this team as a platoon, but I just would not overuse him. I wouldn't force it. I like him as a DH, and I like this offense, Jim. I do. I think when you get Jackson Merrill back, this offense is more than good enough, in my opinion, especially when paired with this rotation and this bullpen. So, again, against bad teams, beat up on them. That's what they did to the Rockies earlier this year. That's what they did to Pittsburgh here tonight. And to me, that's encouraging.
Gavin Sheets, the most at-bats he's had in a season is 451. That was last year. That was on a shitty White Sox team.
Yeah.
So take that. And, his White Sox career obviously wasn't anything to write home about. But you're absolutely right. If you look up at the end of the year and he has close to 500 at-bats, you're like, I don't know about that. But if he has between 400 and 450, you manage that, he can do some real damage. Now, if he gets hot and you just let him go, and if he has around 500 bats, so be it. But that's probably a good thing, I would say. If he's hot for you, just let him go. But you're right, making sure that you use him in the right situations instead of overworking Gavin Sheets. You get, nights like tonight. And now he has been in the lineup every day since the injuries and everything.
100%.
So yeah, he's in that lineup every day. But, tonight was one of his better nights in weeks.
Yeah, I just see no reason. He's had limited plate appearances against left-handed pitching, and he hasn't been effective. I just keep it all to righties, all right? That's enough. You're going to play 70% of the time against right-handed pitching because you're going to see righty 70% of the time. That's how I would use him, and I think they'll be able to do that once they get back to closer to full strength. HBBBV, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says, Arise replaced Hassan Kim as Manny's bestie, always hugging. Arise is a very likable figure. I do think, we might have said this on the wrap-up show with John and Jim, I do feel like that was like a shot in the arm for the team just to get him back, regardless of what he was going to do. I think just getting him back in the lineup, putting him in that 2 spot behind Tatis, obviously has been pretty impactful for this team. They'll miss him at some point, going beyond 25 if he's not here. This guy gets on base a ton. Not just that, though, Jim. He drives in runs. He had 3 RBIs today. He has hit with men in scoring position throughout his career, extremely impressively in that area. So, again, enjoy it in 2025. I don't know about the future because this guy either gets on base or drives guys in, and he puts the ball in play.
With runners in scoring position this year, it's not great. Like, it's not amazing, but it's still 292 with runners in scoring position.
It's good.
It's good. Now, over his career, he's been better than that. And when you look at Luis Arise, he was always going to heat up. We knew that, even though he had a bad start to the season. Remember when he was like 0 for 9, 16? And everyone's like, "What's going on?" It's like,
yeah,
okay. Well, he's going to hit over 300 or damn near close to over 300. Another thing too about Luis Arise season so far, which is nice to see, is that OPS number. So last year was 738. Right now it's 811. He's right at the same with his on-base percentage, 346, but his slug has definitely improved over last year. Now, again, very early. Guy's going to get probably damn near close to 600 plus plate appearances. He had 637 last year. But already this year, John, he's got 4 doubles, a triple, and 3 home runs.
Yep.
That's really good for Luis Arise.
I'll give you another one. So since you mentioned his start, so I just pulled up his game logs. So he was hitless in his first 4 games. That was 0 for 13, okay? Heading into a March 31st game against Cleveland.
Take those 13 at-bats out. What's he hitting?
I just did it. He's hitting 361.
Yeah, is that good?
So, I mean, this guy makes them go. I mean, he's at least a big piece of just keeping the thing going. Every single time through the lineup, he has a chance to get on base and drive someone in. And I don't think you can overemphasize what he means to this team. I really don't. I mean, he got here last May, 4 hits every game. Since he got here, they're 30-something games over 500. I mean, they were a 500 team in the first half last year. They took off. He was there. And now this year, they're 9 games over 500. So he's a critical piece. Jackson Merrill's a critical piece. Tatis, Machado. We'll get back to the super chats in a moment. I do want to touch on Dylan Cease as well, who, again, has really struggled with command, has not worked deep into games basically all year. So we're going to get into that coming up in a moment. We do want to tell you about our title sponsor, Mark Nimitz. Can't do this without the support of our sponsors, including Mark. He's been with us since day one, which is about 4 years now on the wrap-up show. If you have an insurance need, please get in contact with Mark. Click the link in the description down below. Before you renew your insurance policy, get in contact with Mark Nimitz, San Diegan, lifelong Padres fan. He's been with us since day one. He'll give you free quotes online or by calling him. He'd love to talk to you about the Padres as well. I have 3 insurance policies through Mark: homeowners, life, and earthquake insurance policies. You can as well. He does auto. If you support the channel, please support Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance. And again, he's going to save you time and money. He's a great insurance agent. He's got great service and communication. You can take that from us. If you ever need him, he will be there for you. So the next time you have any insurance need, if you support the channel, please click that link in the description down below.
All his information that ticker right there. You see his number and his email address, mnimitz@farmersagent.com. Reach out to Mark. Let him know that we sent you.
All right, let's get back to this. Again, if you're here live or on replay, subscribe. Year-round content for baseball and Padres fans. And thank you for the super chats and the super thanks if you're here on replay, like this one from the Beef, who says, good win. Prayers for Tatis. How many GD injuries can one team get in the first 10% of a season? LOL. Need Cease to get in gear. Well, I would say this. They've actually played, tomorrow's their 32nd game, Jim. 32 times 5 is 160. So they've played 20% of their games after tomorrow. They're at the 1/5 mark after tomorrow. So not 10%, but about 20% after tomorrow. But they've had a lot of injuries in 31 games.
Yep. And weathering the storm is what they have, done so far. It was getting rocky there. You're like, is this really going to happen right now? Like, really? Again, long season. So, okay, get it. It was frustrating to watch. And they've now won 3 in a row. And they have put up 7 runs and 9 runs tonight and 5 runs on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Probably also not a coincidence that Luis Ariz is back in the lineup. And they do that. And then when Jackson Merrill gets back in the lineup, it's only going to make your lineup deeper. But the injuries are the injuries. They're overcoming them so far. And I still believe Cease is going to have a stretch where he is literally unhittable. I just do believe that. But it has been a slow start to his season. There's no doubt about it. There's no way around it. He has been off through a lot of pitches tonight, only 4 innings, 3 walks. I mean, he's off to a slow start for sure.
How about in the inning in which he allowed, I think it was the 4th inning, yes, when the game was tied up, 2 outs, nobody on, Jim. He goes 2 outs, nobody on, walk, infield single, 1-2 hit by pitch, 3-2 walk.
It's just frustrating to watch sometimes, man.
His command is off. I mean, it's as simple as that. His fastball command is nowhere near as good as it was a year ago, or it's been by and large in his career, which speaks to not just the ERA being 5.61. Forget about that for a moment. It's 7 starts. That can be rectified. Yeah. He doesn't, to your point, work deep into any games. One time this year, he's gone 6 innings in 7 starts, a guy that's been a workhorse in his career. So they need to get his command right. I don't know what it is. I am a little concerned about it. I'm with you. I think it'll be found. I think there'll just be a rhythm of the season, or Niebla or Cease. There'll just be a combination of factors that gets him going. But when you're taking on a bottom 5 offense tonight, after a rain delay, no one's there. Okay. Well, I mean, I can make excuses for every game. I made excuses for the A's game, whatever, 1-off Sacramento. But he just 91 pitches in 4 innings is crazy against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And he should be better than that. And again, ceiling, now we talk ceiling talk. Like, for them to reach their ceiling, Dylan Cease is going to have to be good. And so far, he has not yet been good, and that hasn't cost them anything. But to reach their ceiling, he's going to have to be way better.
This is I don't know if this is a hot take or not.
Okay.
I think in Padres land, I don't think it's considered a hot take. But if you were to say pick one, who would you pick, King or Cease? I'm picking King every single day of the week.
Not close.
Not even close. And the crazy part is Cease is going to get probably more money than Michael King in free agency.
Could, yep.
I would flip that right now. Like, King deserves more than Dylan Cease in free agency. Long way to go till we get there. But I've seen, a year plus now of both pitchers, and King is just, to me, the easy choice as the guy that you would want long term. Yeah, it's not even close to me.
I know. I agree with you, Jim. And if there's some rabbit out of a hat from John Seiler involving Michael King's future, I can't wait for that tweet. And I'm not expecting it. That's an ask. Okay. Like, we were critical of ownership in the offseason. The Jackson Merrill thing was terrific. I can't just sit here and be like, you have to sign Michael King. It's a tough deal. I mean, this guy could earn a fortune in free agency if he finishes this off. I understand that. So there's no expectation for me. Okay, go extend him out. I mean, that's a tough plane to land is what I would say. But man, if they could somehow do that, you talk about an absolute home run. The Merrill thing was huge, but you knew he'd be here, Jim, for a couple years regardless.
Right.
The King thing, there's like an end date. There's the way I look at it. And I'm fine with him having the career year.
Me too.
And leading them to an NLCS or a World Series. That's amazing. But if there's some rabbit that they can pull out of their hat and Michael King gets a 4-year extension somehow and they pay him what he's worth, I mean, that would be just massive.
Like, we've seen the no-hitter from Dylan Cease. We've seen him be literally unhittable.
Yeah,
like
he's had those stretches.
He's had those stretches. I think King is a superior pitcher than Dylan Cease, in my opinion. Like, I
even last year he was almost identical to him, right? If not better.
To Cease?
King a year ago.
Oh, King's ERA was like 3.4. Sorry, no. Cease's ERA was 3.4. King was ERA is under 3.
Yep.
There's no question. King had a better regular season, even though he didn't finish high above him in Cy Young voting. King had a better regular season. King had a superior postseason. Dylan Cease was awful in the postseason last year.
Yep.
So, like, I've seen enough. I would put all my resources into signing Michael King. And it's not even close. Dylan Cease, I hope he has a really good season, but thank you. I wouldn't touch you with the 10-foot pole in free agency, especially for over $200 million. And if you can get King, if you have any money, do it. But yeah, I like Cease a lot more than I like Blake Snell as a pitcher, just because at least Dylan Cease is out there every fifth day. Blake Snell is the flakiest guy ever and always hurt, or there's always something wrong. You know, never go deep into games, and that's why I would choose Cease over Snell, but I would choose King over Cease in a freaking second.
Yeah, like I'm just looking. This is such a small sample size on Cease too, but I think it's part of the conversation when you're talking $200 million. He's made 4 appearances in his career in the postseason. He has a 12.91 ERA.
Yeah, he's been horrific in the postseason.
Now, 2 of those appearances with the White Sox in 2020 and 2021, one of them in relief, but in the 2 games against the Dodgers last year, and I guess it was all boiled up in that one game 4, 5 innings, 10 hits, 8 runs. I mean, give me a break for a guy that's going to be paid like a true ace, like a top 5 pitcher. And I'm already thinking about that this year. I know there's a long way to go, but man, does he have a lot to rectify in October. He doesn't have to go 7 hitless innings every time out there, but he's got to help this team. That's why I go back to what I said. I think for them to reach their ceiling, how do you do it just with King and Pivetta? I mean, I guess it's possible. You look at the Dodgers; they did a lot
last year with just Cease and King.
They did. I don't know. I just feel like Dylan Cease owes us a little bit based on what happened last year in the postseason, and I think he owes himself something based on the start of this year. I'm just like, what's it going to take to get it right? Like, is it going to be Yankee Stadium, Jim? Like, is everything going to be fixed in Game 3 Yankee Stadium?
Here's Aaron Judge and Paul Goldschmidt, the 2 top batting leaders in the American League right now.
Right. Are you trusting him to go 6 innings, 2 runs? And maybe he does because of his stuff. But I'm concerned. I'll be honest with you. I think it's more about his stuff and his lack of command that concerns me. I'm not going to overreact to it, but I certainly think it's fair to react. It's 7 starts. That's like a good number of starts. So I think it's fair to react to it.
Yeah, it's like a fourth of your starts.
Yeah. Yeah, 20, 25% of his starts. I mean, he's got to get better, and he's got to get better quick. Andrew, thank you, man, for the super chat. He says, Cease is Snell. Sorry about your road Warriors, Jim.
Yeah, their season's over. They're getting, like, 0% chance they win Game 7, right?
I mean, it would be unbelievable if they somehow.
And this isn't even me trying to jinx
it. Have to get up off the mat.
Like, I'm not trying to jinx it. Like, 0% chance.
I don't like their chances. It is sports, but I don't like their chances.
Yeah, no shot. Yeah, Cease is a right-handed Blake Snell, but without all the bullshit injuries.
Yeah, it's almost a compliment. I mean,
he actually gives you length, even though he hasn't done it this year.
Yes, historically. Like, I don't mind the comp see Snell see. I mean, they're both good pitchers. I'm with you on Snell. I would prefer Dylan Cease. I prefer watching Dylan Cease pitch by and large to Blake Snell, but Cease isn't right now, and there were times where Snell wasn't right or we was hurt. It's not even about Snell for me. It's just about seeing Dylan Cease pitch better than he's pitched, and you're going to run into it if he's only going 4 or 5 innings. Like, he's got to be a guy at the top of your rotation going 6 innings more often than he's gone 6 innings this year.
Now, Chad makes a good point in the chat. The one thing that Snell is far superior at than Dylan Cease is in the postseason.
Great point.
So,
great point. And that, honestly, that matters. That arguably matters as much as anything. By the way, that rotate, did they announce Stephen Kolek? Yes, right.
They did, yes.
Kevin Acey wrote that article, even though he was on with us. He didn't tell us, but
I was like, I don't know. 2 minutes later, Stephen Kolek.
And then the Yankees series, they're throwing Pavetta, King Cease.
Yep.
So, you got your 3 marquee headline pitchers pitching against a very good team in a very tough ballpark for pitchers, obviously, a hitter's yard at Yankee Stadium. I'm just excited for that series. I really am, because I'm excited to see Jackson Merrill, assuming he's back. We'll be in Double-A tomorrow. I'm assuming he's back Monday. I'm excited to see the Padres lineup healthy, if they can keep Fernando Tatis Jr. off this IL or keep him in the lineup after getting hit in the forearm, that left forearm here today. But aren't you excited for that series, Padres Yankees? I know we get this every year now with the universal schedule, but something about seeing your team at Yankee Stadium in New York City, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, I love that. I don't love the fact that it's at 4:05 every day next week.
Neither do I.
But yeah, I think it's fun. Aaron Judge is putting up video game numbers right now. But yeah, it'll be fun. Take care of business though against the Pirates here.
Yeah, I agree. Tomorrow is Vasquez, right?
Tomorrow is Vasquez. Sunday is Kolek.
It's Kolek. It'll be the first time we've seen Stephen Kolek this year. He was fighting for that number 5 spot in the rotation.
I thought he was going to win I thought he was going to win the 5th starter spot. Honestly.
Yeah, I thought he had a good shot to do that.
But
spoiler alert, he didn't.
Yeah, nope, he did not. But he will pitch on Sunday, so there you go.
All right, I want to get back to the conversation, but I do want to remind our viewers here tonight on the wrap-up show that make sure to pick up some tickets for the upcoming homestand at SeatGeek. And when you do it, click the link in the description down below and use promo code PODSWRAP. There are tickets starting at just $21 when the Padres get back home to take on the Angels on Monday, May 12th. If you use promo code PODSWRAP, you're going to get $20 off your first order of $50 or more. So really great opportunity to do that. PODSWRAP, $20 off tickets at SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase with promo code PODSWRAP. Your order has to be $50 or more. Make sure you click the link in the description to download the app, have the code automatically added to your account so you can use it later. We thank SeatGeek. And Jim, it's not just Padres. Of course, that's, an amazing opportunity all season long with the way the Padres fans have been, 40,000 plus every single game. It's also SDFC. They're home this weekend. You can grab tickets starting at just $23 for tomorrow's match at SeatGeek. In addition to that, they've got Breeders' Cup coming up this fall, concerts, sporting events, and more. Use that promo code. Get $20 off your first order of $50 or more.
Yeah, download the app as well. I'm looking at the SDFC game tomorrow. So, you can buy some amazing tickets here, and you can use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP, to get $20 off your first order. If you just look here, it will tell you the ratings of the ticket. This is a 10 rating, amazing deal. $52 including fees. Use our promo code. You get $20 off there to go tomorrow to the SDFC game. Use our promo code PODSWRAP, PADSWRAP. And you're welcome.
Where did you go?
What happened? Oh man. Was I showing my thing and then I was gone?
I don't know what happened. We just see a little person, but it's not you.
Yeah, I know. What the F?
Where's your real head? There's your head.
I don't know what happened. What was I doing? Did you see anything? Talking head.
I mean, we heard you and we saw the little like cartoon head.
Okay.
All right. So again, this weekend, Vasquez, Kolek. Next week, Merrill, hopefully. Jackson Merrill on a rehab stint. Surprising at all? He went to Arizona. It's been almost a month. He's been part of some sim games. He's played in the field. He's run the bases. He's hit. I guess it just makes sense because he's so young and it's been 4 weeks. So you probably just want to get like the speed of the game back underneath you. So why not? I guess would be the Padres thinking with that, sending him to Double-A for at least one day.
Did he play? Is he going to play tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
Okay, so he didn't play tonight.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah, I can't wait to see him back in the lineup on Monday. Hopefully it's Monday. And it will be a sight for sore eyes, that's for sure. They're doing all the precautionary stuff. I am very surprised it's taken this long. I'm very surprised that, he's had to go to Arizona to some sim games, and then he's going on a rehab assignment. Like, that hammy was messed up. Something was wrong there for this to be a full month injury. So hopefully he's back, stays on the field, helps the team. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'll be curious to see what he does tomorrow for whatever it's worth. He's just got to be healthy tomorrow. I don't know if he gets a second game with San Antonio. My guess, Jim, is no.
Do you think he'll stay in the dugout with all of his boys to be in the dugout for all 9 innings if he gets taken out in like the 3rd or 4th?
Yeah, you know what? I'm curious about just like how long does he stay in the game? So let's say he plays 5 innings, right? Couple of bats, he's in the field, 5 innings, and then Sunday off and then ready to go in the big leagues Monday, I guess.
Hell yeah, let's do this.
Let's do this thing. Yeah, I'm cool with that. It's time, man. You're almost at the point where it's almost like too much time. Like, you go any longer here with Merrill and you're like, what happened? Like, it's anything longer than this. Like, how much time could you possibly need? That's just what it seems like to me. It just feels like it's been an inordinate amount of time.
It's like, I just got a little tight hammy. You're out a month. Like,
right.
What?
And we talked about it. He dealt with hamstrings when he was younger. Maybe that's part of it. It's such a long year. You take the extra week if you have it. I get it. And they've played fine. What do we say? They're 12-9 without him now. So since he's been out of the lineup, they're 12-9 in 21 games. So it's not like they've missed him, but of course they've missed him because he's one of their better players, or he was playing like one of their better players the first 10 games of the year.
And I could tell you this, when he comes back, and if they go on if they rip off like 10 of 12 or some stupid number like that, I mean, yes, we'll all be thrilled. But in my head, I'm like, man, what would their record be if he was like healthy for the first month?
Well, they're already 20-11. Let's just use your hypothetical. Let's say they get to New York 21-12. Okay, that's 1-1 this weekend. So they're 21-12. And then let's use your exact thinking, 10 of 12. So then they're 31-14, which would probably be as good as they've ever been, including 98 or right there. And to your point, let's say he never missed a game. So give him, let's say, 2 more wins just to do it. Then they're 33-12 in that hypothetical argument if Merrill never missed a game and if they continue to play like this. Now, again, it's pretty wishful. We don't know if they're going to rattle off 10 of 12. But shoot, even 20-11, dude, they've put themselves in a pretty favorable position that they don't always get off to. Like 2022, they got off to a nice start. 2021, they got off to a nice start. The wheels fell off. But 2011, man, is just an incredible start, especially when you consider the injuries they've dealt with.
If you just break your season down into 31 game stretches and you just go 20-11 and all, in those 31 game stretches, you're great.
Yeah. I mean, they're pacing for 100 wins.
Right.
Again, early to say something like that. It could change with one series.
Actually, Johnny, this is not a hot take because Tyler Wade actually has been fantastic when he has got called back up and put in the center field. He has been fantastic.
That's what he's saying.
It's
not a hot take. Gotcha.
Yeah.
But the funny part about it is they DFA'd him for Yuli Gurriel, correct?
Correct.
They DFA'd him. They kept Gurriel. They let Wade walk. None of the other 29 teams took a chance on him, and now he really is a key contributor. That again, I don't think he'll have near the opportunities once Merrill returns, but when they needed him, he stepped up. That's the Schilt type of team, right? Like next man up, winners find solutions. We've got enough in this clubhouse to get it done, and that's who Tyler Wade has been to Mike Schilt at least.
Would you be surprised? Because right now it's like Tyler Wade, Jason Hayward. Tyler Wade's playing much better than Jason Hayward.
Right.
Merrill comes back, righties on the mound. You put in Tyler Wade in left?
I'd be tempted to. Yeah, I absolutely would be tempted to do that. I don't know
Is
if
he the new Profar?
I don't know if he
with
can do
no
it for a
pop.
whole year. Yeah, I don't know if he can do it for a whole year. Didn't they put that? They put that graphic up tonight. I took a photo of it. Like most ABs in the major leagues without a home run, active streaks, and he was on the list.
Well, they're not asking him to hit home runs, John.
No, of course not. Of course they're not. But again, are you going to play him every day? He's a fourth outfielder, and yes, he's come through when they've needed him here in this short period of time. But he's not going to be playing every day for this team.
What he has done is he has established himself is when this team is healthy as a good bench piece, a good pinch hitting person, a good guy to fill in if someone goes down to injury somewhere. Like that's what he has early on this season established himself as. If he came in and he was playing center field for Tyler Wade and say he's hitting, 190, then Preller's got to be like, we need to get something else here. Like, I don't know what else to do. But instead, now with Tyler Wade, that takes away a problem potentially that AJ Preller would have to face. And, he's already got rid of one problem in Yuli Gurriel, a guy that was completely irrelevant. So that's good. So that they're not going to just sit around and let things pan out and just like whatever. But Tyler Wade has made it very, very easy on this club, so far in the absences of these players.
Yeah, I want to get into the power conversation with this team and what it would mean if you played Tyler Wade as a regular or where they are right now with their power, arguably lack thereof. But first, I do want to tell you about our friends over at Moa Globes. Make sure to pick one of these puppies up right now by clicking the link in the description down below. You can get 10% off with promo code PWS10. Stands for Padres Wrap-Up Show 10, but PWS10. Click the link in the description down below. They spin automatically with artificial or natural light. They're officially licensed by Major League Baseball. The company's based in San Diego. The technology was created or invented right here in Cardiff by the Sea in North County. Terrific, terrific gift idea for the baseball fan in your life. You don't have to be a Padres fan. They have all 30 Major League teams officially licensed. Great gift idea for the baseball fan that has everything. It's great for a home or work office. Your kids will love them. They have other globes as well that aren't MLB globes. Click the link in the description down below. Get 10% off. Use promo code PWS10.
Yeah, get one right now just to treat yourself. Get one for a bookshelf. Get one for a desk. Get one for a work desk. Get one for a nightstand. Pick up a Moa Globe today. Use our promo code PWS10 in the description below.
Did he say this, HBBV? Wadey a dog? He said he only wanted to play in San Diego?
Probably.
Sounds good.
Sure.
It sounds good. I mean, he's fit in beautifully.
And everyone freaking loves this guy.
Yeah.
It makes it better when he's actually producing instead of being a literally nothing on the field.
I mean, maybe Preller masterclass, right? Major league deal, $800,000 or whatever you gave him.
This is not a masterclass. You know why it's not a masterclass? Because they DFA'd the kid.
Well, it's worked out.
You can't claim masterclass with Tyler Wade when you DFA'd him. And
yeah,
nobody else picked.
Yeah, but they were playing freaking chess, dude.
No, they weren't.
Nobody would pick up that $800,000 when they could have gotten him for $700,000.
Nope, no, they weren't. This is not a masterclass from AJ Preller with Tyler Wade. This is a good on Tyler Wade for improving and not sucking.
Yeah, what was his OPS last year? Like 500?
It was awful. I mean, he was unplayable at the end. They tried to play him because this is Schulte's boy, and he would just like. I mean, he was making errors, some really critical errors. What the F is happening?
524 OPS. Does he have an 800 OPS right now? What the hell is wrong with your computer? What is going on? This is like when Jim. Was anyone with us on the wrap-up show the first year of the wrap-up show on YouTube when Jim's internet literally sucked and was trash? I'm blaming freaking Aaron. Aaron goes away, this whole thing goes to shit. Or maybe it's Jim's dog, Bentley. Bentley probably like ate the internet cord. What are you doing? Unbelievable.
Is that good?
Oh, that looks good. Looks really good. Move your freaking camera.
Is that good?
The camera. Move the camera that's on the camera.
Is that good?
That's perfect.
Okay.
Is that the one we use, the Instalink, or is that just your?
No, it's the Instalink.
What's going on with your freaking Instalink camera?
I don't know, dude.
Freaking remember the old days, the garage?
I don't want to remember the garage.
That was garage, man.
That internet, holy shit. That was dude.
Your internet was awful, and I told you for like 6 months, I'm like, fix your fucking internet. You're like, no, I called them. I'm like, no. Get different internet.
Yeah. By the way, it's not the internet thing. I'm like slamming my hand on the table and like, watch.
My God. Dude.
That was good timing.
Oh my gosh.
Except now the camera doesn't work. There we go.
HBBV. Thank you for the super. I mean, he's not going to have an 800 OPS this year, okay? He had a 524 last year. So let's just be thankful it's happening right now.
Yes.
Is what I would say. Do you want to have a conversation just about their power? I mean, Sheets hits that mammoth home run. They haven't had Jackson Merrill, who's going to be at least a piece of their power. Again, he's not expected to have 40 home runs, but could certainly hit 20 to 30 home runs. Are you concerned at all that they're lacking power? I'm really not. Tatis, Machado, Merrill, Sheets. I don't know. I think it's fine. It's probably better than fine.
The power will come. Manny's going to get 30.
Jim is such an idiot. Just go. You need to just go, dude. You can't freaking direct message me that. Go to the freaking bathroom. go to the bathroom. Come back.
It ain't gonna be this dude.
What? Go to the bathroom.
No, dude. It's fine.
It's fine. Are you worried about their power or no?
No.
You're not worried?
No, not really.
Dude.
Not yet.
I can't do this all year. HBBV. I'm not going to read your super when it's like, I'm not reading. We don't have to read like offensive. We're not just like zoo animals. I'm not going to read everything that's like ridiculous. Keep it like clean, you know?
Right.
I'm putting you in timeout, HBBV. I feel bad, but wait,
bro.
Now I'm like dying. Hold on. Before we get out of here, we need to tell.
I'm like sweating. Can we end this show, please?
No, you can go. You can go. Let me do the underdog. Hold on. Gosh darn it. Where is this? Oh, here we go. Hold on. All right. As you can tell, Jim's got to go. But before he does, remember, free gimme pick, 50% deposit match, promo code PODSWRAP with Underdog Fantasy. Click the link in the description down below. We don't have to go through the whole shtick, but I'm trusted in Kawhi Leonard tomorrow, okay? I'm all about Kawhi tomorrow. You can pair it with Major League Baseball games, including the Padres. There's no picks yet for Padres because that's tomorrow in Pittsburgh. But you can pair it with MLB games. Couldn't be easier, okay? Simple pick 'em, $10. You can win up to 1,000 times your money in a single wager. Use promo code PODSWRAP, that's PADSWRAP. Get a free gimme pick and a 50% deposit match. Do it for Jim's bathroom. Dude, what are you doing? Just go.
Dude, I gotta go. It's bad, bro.
This is ridiculous, guys. Dude, he's such an idiot. Have I missed any supers in here? This is hilarious. Guys, please support our partners, by the way. Whether it's Underdog. How do I make this look right now? Jesus. No, that's not right. Yeah, that's kind of right. Whether it's Underdog or Moa Globes or Market Limits at Farmers Insurance, SeatGeek, again with promo code PODSWRAP, please support our partners. That's how we're able to do these shows as often as we do them. The beef, I don't know what just happened, but he direct messaged me. He put in the private chat that he needs to go to the bathroom. I'm like, just go. I mean, go to the bathroom and come back, dude. Right? It's not the end of the world. Like, relax. This is hilarious. Oh my gosh. One of those nights. Listen, if there's, I got 5 minutes. If anyone wants to talk about something else, if there's something we missed, put it in the chat. It doesn't have to be a super chat. If there's something we haven't talked about, we can discuss. But just a good reminder, like if you wouldn't mind supporting the channel, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't told someone about it, please tell people about the channel, what we're doing. You guys know us. We've been doing this like each and every game for 6 years. The wrap-up show on the radio for 2 years, 2020 and 2021. Took it to YouTube late in 2021. We've done it for the last 4 years. So we're trying to get this channel to 10,000 subscribers with your help. So if you're here, whether it's live or on replay, if you don't mind promoting it, telling people about it, putting it on social media, putting it in message boards, Reddit threads, whatever it is, we do appreciate that because we're going to be with you all season long. Good days, bad days, every day. We're going to be with you throughout the course of the season. So we do appreciate you, and we do appreciate your support of the channel. We will be back Sunday night. We never do Saturday shows because we'd be divorced if we did Saturday shows, but we'll be back Sunday night at 9:30 Pacific, and we will once again have a wrap-up show for you. I did pin a link at the top of the live chat for our brand new merch page. If you want to check that out, we do appreciate your support of our work, the channel, John and Jim, and the wrap-up show. Yeah, we might need some new Jim merch off tonight. Honestly, who wants to make it? Jeff. I don't think Jim will put it up there, truthfully, so don't waste your time, Jeff, but we might need what is this? We should have one, dude. We have everything else. And I would say make it that t-shirt, but don't, because Jim's not gonna put it up. All right, guys. I think that's going to do it for this Friday night. We'll be back Sunday night at 9:30. Please subscribe, smash the like button, follow us on X at John Schaefer, at Jim Russell SD. Support our partners, Mark Nimitz at Farmers Insurance, SeatGeek, Underdog Fantasy, Moa Globes, our friends at Humboldt Casino as well. For Jim, who had to literally run, I am John. We'll be back with you Sunday night. Padres win tonight over the Pirates 9-4. Fernando Tatis Jr., we wait. Will he play Saturday? Will he play Sunday? Will he be back for that Yankees series? Hopefully, he can avoid an IL stint. Have a good weekend. We'll catch up Sunday night. Pray for Jim. This has been the wrap-up show. Thanks, guys.